What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel, and yesterday was arguably one of the biggest dates of our Madden season and arguably the biggest patch in Madden history. And one look at the timeline, it was on fire. People are lost. I want you guys to take a deep breath because I think that this patch ushered in something that is absolutely incredible for the defensive players in Madden. Even if everywhere you look, pro players are saying there are no defense. Now listen, I get it, totally. This is a very offensive forward game. It's easy to score points, and a lot of players feel like this is gonna make it even easier to score points. My counter argument is simply that for the last 5 years, we've dealt with nothing but contained blitzes out of 146 and dollar, loops out of 3-3, and audibling from 3-3 to 3-3 cub. This particular patch has done wonders as it pertains eliminating those metas and making us think a little bit more progressively as it pertains defensive Madden. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time here. The thing that I think is absolutely awesome about this game on defense is what we call personnel-based audibling. What this means is now defense is put into the same mindset that offense is. Let's take, for instance, we're going to run a formation right here like spread Y flex. This is a offensive formation that's got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this slot receiver position, and I'm just going to sub in another running back. So now technically we have 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 2 receivers. This is what you would call row personnel as it pertains offense. So when we pull up our offensive audible options, you're going to see here that we can only go into formations that share that personnel grouping. So for instance, the gun split close pro is an audible set in which we're going to basically send the players to their actual positions when we audible out. This also allows us to get into other under center 2 back formations, such as this weak H close, etc., etc. If the offense is put into a situation where the personnel on the field dictates what formations you can access, this is what EA is thinking on the defensive side of the ball post-patch. So when we think about the meta, a lot of players like to audible from 3-3, in which they put 3 safeties at outside linebacker and middle linebacker into the 3-3 cub. And the reason EA allowed that is because both positions are considered 3-3. Well, the truth is you're not actually in a 3-3. You're actually in a 3-8 because you have 3 linemen and 8 coverage players lined up on the field. And players kind of exploited that, for better or worse, for the last 5 years. And EA said enough is enough. Let's go ahead and think differently about this game. So here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and kind of show you how this works here on defense and why this is a good change for the game, because I want to go ahead and just run this 3-4 even defense real quick. And really what I want to stress to you guys is that the way that this operates is the root positions that are on the field are extremely, extremely important. It's actually extremely strict as it pertains to what you can audible into and out of. So you see right here with this personnel grouping, we have basically a 3-4 defense, and we cannot audible out of the 3-4 even at all because for whatever reason, there are no other formations in the playbook that share that exact same personnel grouping as the root grouping, okay? So this is really important to talk about because what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to activate a package here, and I want you to pay attention to what this does. So one of the packages we've talked about out of the 3-4 even over the last several years is known as the SS at linebacker package. What this effectively does is it takes your outside linebacker off the field and exchanges it for a second strong safety. So from a count standpoint, we essentially have 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then we have basically nickel personnel, 5 defensive backs on the field. So with this particular defense, we are in a 3-4. It used to be a situation where we could only audible from 3-4 to 3-4. Now it's a situation where we could audible based off of the personnel we put on the field into other formations. So when I pull up my audible options, you notice right away nickel triple is something that's available to me. And you see that these 2 formations with this package on the field share the personnel and allow me to get into the nickel triple defense, which is incredibly valuable for us as that strong safety outside linebacker now goes and plays what is considered our nickel corner or a big nickel role. Furthermore, the package that we came out in, strong safety at outside linebacker, put our second strong safety on the field in addition to our 2 starting safeties, which means that now we have the 3 safety rule on the field. So if we take a look at my safety adjustments, I was able to pull the coverage rules that applied to the 3-4 even safety at linebacker package, aka 3 safety package in 3-4, And even though I jump from 3-4 into nickel, this allows me to utilize outside third. So I can set up inverted cover 3 out of the big nickel, for instance here. So you see that this is exactly what this allows us to do, is kind of jump from formation to formation on defense for the purpose of defending spread sets that may be audible out or down, for instance, into heavier sets. Now, if you guys are struggling with this title update, I would strongly urge you guys to head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. We have stayed on top of this patch in the meta that is coming out of this patch. You're going to see a lot of players scrambling to find new defenses, and it's going to evolve the offensive meta as well. If you guys wish to stay on top of those metas, you guys can do so in our vault, where we have well over 75 tips already on the website, in addition to our offensive and defensive game plans and our members only Discord access, where we have live lab sessions every single week, taking your questions about competitive Madden and helping you improve at the game. You guys can unlock everything that's on the website for just $9.95 a month, so make sure you guys sign up, hop in the Discord, and say hello. Now, one thing that I am going to leave you guys with as I break this video down is that this is an extremely strict audible rule. So what this means is that if you want to figure out how to audible from one formation into another, you need to take a look at the root formations that have given defense sources. Some are going to use sub roles, meaning that it's going to be really hard to get from one sub package into another. Others are going to use base depth chart positions, like for instance your 4-3 and your 3-4 formations are going to utilize their personnel, meaning right outside linebacker, middle linebacker, left outside linebacker, left defensive end, right defensive end, and 2 defensive tackles. If you start to get into the habit of playing outside linebackers at the root defensive end position, that is going to completely change or eliminate the options that you have available to you in your audible menu. So now more than ever in Madden, has it mattered what position a player plays, not only from how they're going to perform, but how you can scheme and audible around your defense in ways that honestly were never available to you prior to this title update. I personally think that this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how this evolves and how players start to create different defensive schemes. You're going to see people that are going to figure out ways to go from 2-3 down into base defenses when people like to run heavier personnel in their spread offenses and audible down. You're going to see people that are going to be equipped to avoid read and react on offense, but people that set up defenses that can actually read and react against the personnel groupings. I think that you're going to see multiplicity and scheme on both sides of the ball more than we've ever seen in Madden. And even if people are complaining right now about the patch, I think that moving forward as EA tweaks the way the game plays, this is nothing but a good change for the game. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this title update. I know a lot of people are very upset about it, but in terms of the long view, I think this is very good for the health of the game, and it's going to create a lot of interesting schemes moving forward. I can't wait to see them. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.